Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are back with us, DJ AHLAAM.
And I'm Anis, DJ Anis, on Thursday Stock, Get and Apply on
Iium FM,
your campus radio. So, thanks guys for tuning in again.
Yes.
We're really excited to be here with you again.
Yes.
Thanks for being so loyal. Last week,
We talked about
saving money. So we shared some tips on how to be a smart spender and spend your money more wisely instead of being reckless. And today our theme for this week is entertainment, right? And we decided to
do a movie review.
Yes, on which movie?
Silence.
Let's talk more about it. AHLAAM, describe it to us.
Silence movie is from 2011. It is a Korean drama movie, and it's quite popular during that time, also now. So in this movie, they have a lot a controversy between
the public and the media as well. It caused it had very huge impact on their laws.
Yes.
And how people perceive sexual assault, which is the essence of the movie. And it also showed how powerful media can be, and how it can really change the world, basically.
So, and if you guys are very
interested in listening more, you guys should tune in with us after this break.
Yes. Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are back with
Anis and AHLAAM. Thursday Stock, Get and Apply, only on Iium FM, your campus radio. Nailed it. Okay. So the topic for today, like we said before, is we're doing a movie review. Movie review, and this movie is a Korean movie called The Silence. It's also called The Crucible, and it was the actor that starred on it is Kong Yoo. And it was released in 2011. So, AHLAAM, can you tell us more about it since you know more?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, I will talk as whole about the movie. So, Gong Yoo is in this movie. I forgot his name. What it's called? So he is a
Kang In Ho something.
So he was a teacher. So he was sent to a small country. So at there in Jain school. The name of school is Jain. So then after that he moved to the school, and then he started teaching. And what confused him is he saw the student at there are moody, and their face lebam. So he wonder why the students like that. So he asked the teacher there, and they said that it's normal because of before that he moved to school the sign disabled.
The school was for hearing impaired students.
Yes.
He was when he was sent there, he actually was asked by there was something wrong with the school, because he was asked by the principal to pay 50,000.
50 million.
Oh, 50,000, something like that, in one. But it was in dollars. It was $50,000. Yeah. But then because he was so desperate for a job, he just paid. Right. And then
after that, and at one night, he heard sound someone screaming. So he want to check, but the park guard.
The security guard
The security guard
stopped him.
Stop him. And then after that there was no and then there is three main character, the children in that movie. Their character is more they have been
Sexually abused.
sexually abused, but they don't tell anyone. And one day, how is, and one day I forgot.
No, I remember the teacher Kang In Ho, if I'm not mistaken, his name. The main character witnessed a student getting beaten.
The girl was
dunked. He dunked her head into a washing machine.
Yeah. And then after that he started to investigate why this school treat the children like that, and surprisingly most of the students at there, they are sexually abused. You know who did that?
The principal.
The principal himself.
And also,
very, very evil.
And other teachers, right? Other staff. Some of the staff.
Yes. They solemnize the children there. Most of the children at there are anak yatim. And
Orphans.
there are no parents.
So they were pretty much helpless, and it didn't help that they were disabled, right?
Yeah.
So they were very helpless because of that, and it's very heartbreaking to watch things like this take place. So, yeah.
And at last, they found the media.
What happened at the end?
The media opened up the story, and they managed to dakwa all the teachers, principal to court, and they also got the punishment. But the punishment is not
It was lenient, right?
setimpal dengan perbuatan tu.
So it was lenient. So it wasn't heavy. And it was because they had connections with the
because of
people
their
at the top. Yeah.
It's more like VIP, and then because of that, they
got away with it.
2 year jail, and then after that they
were released.
Yes.
Which is very the punishment is considered very lenient because the sexual abuses took place for quite a long time, right? And then should I talk about now that Alam summarized the movie, I'm just going to talk about the context. It's a small part. Basically, like I said before, the movie was actually based on this book. It was first based on this book, and this book was written about a true life event that took place in early 2000s. Regarding the sexual abuse in the hearing impaired school for children, and so they were sexually abused by the staff there, including the principal, and what I forgot what I was gonna say. What was I saying?
The director of the film, at first he don't want to produce, but then before that,
he was actually reading the novel when he was enlisted in the military, and he thought it was something that should be made into movies. So he went to see the author of the novel and asked for it to be be adapted into a film. And that's when the film started getting produced.
And after the film was released, what happened?
The thing is, before the film, the case was not that well known, right? Because it was no one really took it seriously. Even so, after the release of this film, there was a it caused a huge public outcry, like outrage. People were so angry over it because the movie depicted like such like tragic events that made people like really angry, I guess. So because of this public outrage, the people who watched the film really tried to push for a legislative reform in Korea. So they wanted them to introduce new bills regarding sexual assaults. So and they also eventually succeeded in to abolish the statute of limitations for sex crimes against the minors and disabled. And this thing is what allowed the criminals to escape with such lenient punishments. So that's why it's such like a good thing that it was abolished. And the school, which was called, I don't know if this is pronounced correctly, Kwan Tu in one. Yeah, but basically it was shut down like 2 months after the release of this film, and all of this just illustrates how powerful the media can be, like how it can change like so much.
Yeah, then they also reinvestigate the case.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention that. Yeah, before
That's more important.
before the legislative reform, they actually like caused the case to be reopened again, and for it to be reinvestigated since the criminals escaped.
Yes.
So with lenient punishments. Yeah. And then, do you have anything else to add?
Yes, we can see the powerful how it's very, at first it's a true life story, but because of they have the connection, they
managed to
shut the story, and then the author they start to dig up again and become a film, and then finally the case are re-investigate, and they manage to impose new law regarding sexual assault on Korea. You can see that how it's changed, how from the film changed the
because it created conversation. It forced people to talk about it more and more, and then when the public starts talking about it and start like getting angry over it, more media will start writing about it. The newspapers and everything will start to they will release more. They will have more news coverage regarding this particular issue, and if it didn't have as much attention, if it didn't gain as much attention, then the law nothing would have changed, you know. Yeah.
So it's the power of public opinion.
So when you watched it, how did you feel? How did you feel throughout the film?
At first, the beginning is not like more tragic, and then the 30 minute, and then after that it's more like, oh, how could he do that to
cruel?
Yeah, to children. It's most like 15 years old below. And you know, this case happened in Korea, but it also happened in
Malaysia.
So tragic.
Yeah, it's sad because when you watch it, it's just a film, but the fact that it was inspired by a true event, you can't help but feel heartbroken, because you know that these things are actually happening in real life, are actually probably happening every single day. Maybe as we speak right now, it's happening to someone, and to see it on screen right in front of you, it just makes you feel also helpless. Also knowing that these children in the movie, they couldn't do anything about it. They were so helpless.
They couldn't speak. Nobody want to listen to them and believe them.
Yeah. There were children and nobody wanted to listen to them. So it's very sad. So yeah, and like as AHLAAM mentioned before, and this thing also happens
in Malaysia. So, and you want to know more about what is it happening in Malaysia? So stay tuned with us.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are back with me, AHLAAM,
And me, Anis.
on Thursday Talk,
Get and apply only on Iium FM.
your campus radio.
Yay. So,
So, we continue our
with what we were
conversation.
talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. So, just now, Alam mentioned a real case that is similar to the movie. It happened in Malaysia recently in September, right? That it was reported in September. So,
What I have read is about
a
Tafiz
Tafiz owner.
school.
Yeah.
Tafiz school, and reported nine students were solemnized by the owner of the school, the principal itself.
Not sure if it was the principal. It just said the owner.
The owner of the
Yeah.
school. And
The head.
If you notice, this similar to the movie.
Yeah, it's scary because especially the fact that Tafiz is an Islamic school. It's a religious institution.
Yeah.
So, this one. So it can.
And it's very shock to Malaysian because
Yeah.
of it's Islamic school, and we all know that all people in there are based on Tafiz, memorize the Al-Quran.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it just shows that like it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter your status or your title. Anyone can have like some evil in them, and
The
that you
shaitan will
Yeah.
hasut you.
and that you can't like place your trust on anybody. Like you have to like be careful, and like if you feel that you're being taken advantage of, if you don't feel safe, then you should always report it. Like these students, they actually reported it. That's
Report
why.
to the teacher.
Yeah. So
And
it.
then
yeah,
the
it-
teacher report to the police, and they do the.
Yeah. But it would be scary if they never reported it, right? It would have been ongoing, and so
And
yeah.
then after that, what happened to the suspect?
Yeah. This is also similar to the movie.
Yeah.
Like the punishment was quite lenient too. He was only like arrested for how many years? 2 years, right? 2 years. His jail time will be 2 years only, which is very like short compared to what he's done. Because it's not only one like student. It's nine students who are traumatized by what he did to them.
One of them are very traumatized, and reported it. He had serious
Trauma?
Yeah, serious and injured in.
Oh, he's injured in his internal organs. Yeah, because of what he did. It's very, very scary. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very embarrassing as well, because he's associated with a religious school, with Islam.
The title,
He's
of course,
making it
they
dirty.
call him like Ustaz,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
so from this, what can we conclude that?
We can conclude that the media has a very powerful influence on the public's perception and what kind of issue they see as like important. Like if they didn't cover as much, if it was never made as a movie, if it was never made as a book, then no one would have
Nobody
cared.
would-
Yeah, no one would have known about it. Yeah, and then another thing is that anyone can be bad, like even if it's a
Yes, we don't know the people, like Malay said, rambut sama hitam, hati lain-lain. Kita tak tahu dalam hati dia fikir apa.
yeah.
So the moral of the story, especially we focus on for children,
Yeah.
our sibling. Normally we need to
Believe
ask,
them.
ask them what they do in school, the activity there. So from that, they not
they will, yeah. So they'll feel comfortable in sharing more of what happens to them, you know, instead of keeping everything to themselves. So we should encourage them to speak,
Yes.
to share more with us. And like if they say something that doesn't sound right, you should always believe them or
Yeah.
try to at least
Just
investigate.
believe them. And sometimes children, they more to imagination, but when it come to
Serious things like this,
we need to
take action. Yeah. So yeah.
So that is
We're,
the value that can we show from the movie Silence. If you not
if you haven't watched it, then we think you should definitely check it out to see the reality of things. And it also like shows how like, because like, you know how there's like a lot of sexual abuses and everything, and how people like are silent about what happens to them, and it's mainly because of shame. So because they're afraid to talk about it.
They shame, afraid, and they afraid. They think that people don't believe them.
Or they won't take them seriously, right? So now we're reaching towards the end of our show for today. We hope you enjoy it. I am Anis.
And I'm AHLAAM.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
And you might tune in again to Thursday Talk, Get and Apply, from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. only on Iium FM, your campus radio.
Yeah.
Don't forget to watch the movie. Bye. Assalamualaikum.